Hey everyone, video 2. An extension of the last video. What I need to do today is create or utilize the database creator to make sure I'm creating the entire unit. And also we're going to create the system database so we can begin to store the stuff that we're creating, the processes and tables that we'll need to create, because the system database is going to help us to create all these objects. So, hope you enjoy. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to create this unit creator. And as a test, I'll finish up the interface, and we'll also create the system database because, well, that's where we're going to spend a lot of time, so might as well get it out of the way. All right, let's do it. So first thing, I just want to open up the database create single procedure that we created last video, and I'm going to remove quite a bit of things. I'm going to remove the database type name because we're just going to send a database in here. I'm going to remove our initialization and our if check because essentially this unit creator is just going to call the create single procedure and pass it the type. We don't have the ability yet to query the database type table and just iterate through it, so we are going to have to do it ourselves. So I'm just going to call create database single, and again I use SQL complete by DevArt, and when I type the procedure in, it just gives me the variables. So the database name will equal database name, and the database type name will be main. And I'm just gonna copy this and basically replace main with another database type. So we'll do history next. So every time that we pass a database name in here, it will create the main database and the history version. We'll do archive next for our deleted data or deprecated data. And finally, we will do snapshot. So we can freeze data in a moment of time. So basically just reusing code, abstracting one level out. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and then we can test it. So I want to test it with interface, knowing it will skip interface main because our create single has the if exists check in it. And I just need to refresh. It looks good. We have our history, archive, main, and snapshot databases. And because we're going to be working in system for quite a while, I will just go ahead and create the system databases. Now the system database is going to hold all the information about our tables, procedures, parameters, the subjects or the table shapes, and we're going to use that database to create the hundreds of objects that we need to create per subject. So since I have quite a bit of extra time, I want to go ahead and create a function that we're going to need to use very soon for moving our procedures to interface history. And I'm going to call this function getDateCurrent. And then what I'm adding right now is the format in which it's going to send the date back. So year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, and 3 millisecond positions, because I want to send it back in a string format, or varchar 100 right now. And that is because we're going to timestamp, just like we would do with data, but we're going to concatenate this time to the procedure name and then save it in interface history. So we don't have to rely on a third party, SVN tool and there's so many additional benefits. So we're going to create a process that will move this to history, and we'll still be able to call that procedure if the objects below it still exist, because it's like, you can call the now procedure and you can call any version previously, plus it'll pull comments out. So we can add comments regarding why we moved it. It's pretty simple. Format function on a get UTC date. We want to use UTC in this system. And the format. YYY, MMDD, HH, MMSS, FFF. And that's how it looks. So yeah, I just wanted to take a few moments to do that. Because we got to make use of time, right? And I think that's about it. I mean, we just created our units, interface, and system, and now we have this awesome function that we can use in the near future to start sending our procedures to history. So thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.